All right, y'all. We got a special guest in the building, man. This Shannon from Tampa, Florida, and he got a crazy story that he want to share with y'all today. So, without further ado, I'm gonna let him introduce himself and let him tell y'all where he from.
Yes, sir, man. It's a pleasure to be here with you. Like I said, though, man, I give you your props. I be seeing you do your thing first off. But yeah, my name's Shannon, though. I basically from Tampa, Florida, like you were saying, man. I'm 27 years old. I done been through a lot in life. I got some stories to tell, man. I lost my eyesight at the age of 16 through a gunshot wound. The bullet went from my right eye all the way came out the left side of my temple, so it kind of went behind my left eye and damaged the optic nerve behind my left eye, and that what helps you like see the different shades of light. So but yeah, man, I'm here now. I'm still blessed to be alive, man. I'm ready to rock and roll, man. Like I said, I appreciate you having me though.
No doubt, no doubt. So you are 100% blind, like you just see
Yeah.
darkness.
Yeah. So it's no light perception. So that's how they said with the doctor term. So yeah, so no light perception mean I can't see the sunlight. I can't see. Yeah, it's all black, man. It's all messed up. It messed me all up. As soon as I got shot, it went just like that. Everything went completely dark. So that's how I've been ever since.
All right, well, shoot, let's get to the story. Let's
Right.
start off what happened that day. Like, give me the
Yeah.
rundown when you woke up. Let's start from
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. So it was a weekend. It was a Saturday. It was a weekend. October 4th. So I'm still in school. I'm in high school still. October 4th, but it's a weekend on a Saturday. I'm at my oldest brother house, and he got another brother on his daddy's side. So I call him like my brother too. Me and my brother got the same mama, but him and his little brother they got the same daddy. So we over there at his house, and that's the spot where we used to kick it and hang out at and junk like that. And later on that night, me ain't had nothing to do. It was kind of boring that day, so we decided to go to a spot called Ybor City in Tampa. It's kind of like West Tampa area. It's a little tourist attraction. It be a lot of stuff going on over there. But we decided to go out there. Me and the dude I call him my brother and jump. So when we get out there, they drop us off. We get out there, just me and him. Now, mind you, I'm 16. We in the hood. We used to do all this dumb junk, playing with guns and acting like we tough and we know it all. So I got my gun with me. My brother at the time, he ain't had no gun. So he is like he wanted to do it. He'll do it for real, for real. He one of those. So he like, man, let me hold it. I got you. I'm telling him like, nah, bitch. Like I got you, my nigga. Like, bitch, I'm gonna show you how I get down. So I'm telling him like, nah, I got it. You feel me? Anything happen, I'm a handle business. So as we out there, we see a group of niggas coming up, a group of kids. We all kids, so we see a group of niggas coming up, walking towards us. So I tell him like, get behind me, cause I finna do it. But I start seeing certain faces, and I'm like, okay, these some niggas from my hood, but they also was with some niggas from another hood. So when I seen some of my homies, I'm like, okay, let me dap everybody up. We shook hands, dap everybody up. I only talk to the niggas from my hood. I don't really mess with the niggas from the other hood, but they together. So we started click up. So now we probably like all together. It went from me and my brother to being like 12, 13 deep. We like, it's a whole lot of jits out here. So I already know how the police is in my city. They see a whole lot of kids together, little baby kids. They like, okay, they go jump out on us. They go try to see it. Because they know we go run. It's like predator and prey. We go run as soon as they jump out. So I'm trying to be the smart guy in Ebo City. I try to walk towards the back of the crowd. And mind you, also I'm out there with my friends from middle school. It's two white girls and stuff I used to hang out with from middle school. We smoking and junk. We smoking, walking in the back of the crowd. So we about to leave the little spot called Ybor City. And I started seeing the people I'm with, my homies and junk, they looking back, like behind me. So now I see them looking behind me at some other group of niggas. And I'm gonna try to set it up so you can see how like the layout is. So it's like a four-way cross street, right? And I'm like on one side of the street, the other niggas on the other side. And the niggas I'm with, who my people, them, my homeboys, now they behind me because I turned around. Now we all looking at the same group of niggas that supposed to be our ops. These some jits that we don't like. But they literally like right across the street from me where I'm at. So I'm more closer to them now. So by me being so close, I'm like, okay, I ain't finna let them get the ups on me. How we grew up, you better up your gun first and shoot, cause you don't want nobody up their gun first. They might shoot you. So I up my gun, I shoot, boom. So I only get like 2 shots out, boom, boom. When I shot my 2 shots, the niggas who I'm with behind me, they went to letting off like 3, 4 guns and shit. So now it's boom, bah, bah, boom, bah, bah. It's all kind of like shots getting fired. And I'm like, damn, I'm in the middle. I'm in this crossfire. So as soon as I duck down, I try to duck. And as soon as I duck, turn to the right, like I say. So the bullet came through the right side, my right eye, and it left out the left side of my temple.
Mm.
And it happens in like a blink of an eye. I went blind. Boom. I can't see nothing. My nervous system went in shock, so I can't even. I ain't feel it either. So I'm thinking like I don't know if y'all ever had like a fly, hit you in the eye, and you can't see for a little bit. You trying to get like see what's in your eye. So
Yeah.
that's how I felt like, and it was already dark outside too. So I'm like, damn, something must have flew in my eye. But before I try to touch my face with my hand, and before I even touch my face, I felt liquid squirting out on my hand. And I'm like, damn. So I knew that wasn't right because it wasn't raining and then I don't know why the hell my hand getting wet. So I dropped to the floor. I dropped the gun. And I rolled over on the sidewalk because I already knew where it was I was next to the curb on the sidewalk. So I rolled over, laid on my left side. I put my head on my left side, laid on my left side, and I just kept moving my feet back and forth while I'm laying down on my left side of my body. And I'm screaming out like, help me, help me. And man, when I tell you, that's a feeling nobody I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy because I really felt like I was dying slow. And yeah, that feeling when I was laying down, bro, I was like, damn, like damn, if I'm finna die, I feel like the dudes we were shooting at, they finna. I'm more closer than them. I'm like, they finna come shoot me or something while I'm on the ground or something like. So eventually, one person came back, like I said, my brother, and then a little white girl came back. I found this out afterwards, but when I was on the ground, I don't know who the fuck was there. All I remember is when the ambulance came and they laid me back on the stretcher, and they went to cutting up my shorts and cutting up my shirt, and I'm just begging them like, please, please don't let me die. I'm telling the ambulance people, the first responders, please don't let me die. Fell asleep in the back of the ambulance, woke up in the hospital. And that's how I woke up. Woke up with two big old packages on my eyes, like Band-Aid packages on my eyes and shit. So yeah, that's kind of how it happened. Then I heard my mom and her voice in the hospital, and the first people voice I heard and shit. And I can't see them though, but I know it's them. I know their voice. And the detectives came in there. They went to ask me questions, talking about how I get a gun. Let me tell you to another part. So they knew I had a gun, but I'm telling them I don't know. I found that gun, but while my brother recorded me on the way out there in the car, I'm waving the gun in the video and shit. I'm turning up in the car. We turned up. We out there just listening to music. Me and him before we get out there to E-Boy City. But I didn't never knew that he posted it on social media. So he
Now,
made that
what year was this?
this 2014 in
Oh,
October. Yeah, 2014 in October. And the police on it that fast. That's when I learned, man, the police see that shit the same goddamn day. They seen it. They knew it was me. They seen the video. I'm like, damn. So I can't even lie to them when I'm in the hospital. I went to telling them my head hurt, man. I don't even know what. They ain't even introduced themselves or nothing. They just asked me questions. I'm like, I don't know. My head started hurting on their ass. I don't want to talk, but yeah, that's
did
kind of
any
what
did
happened.
any charges come from that?
With me, nah, cause I was the victim. But the suspect they had a suspect, but they ain't never charged the person who actually did it. So they had the wrong person, cause they had cameras out there, but they had the wrong person. Though it was somebody else that did it. So they ain't never catch nobody. Ain't no charges or nothing come behind that.
Because I was going to ask you, like, how you don't know if your own side, but got you if you was in
That's
the crosshairs.
so yeah. So after a while, it would have to be somebody from my side, either my hood or the hood that was with the niggas from my hood. And so for a while, I was thinking like it was a nigga that was from another hood that was with my hood. So my hood it's called Rovers Park, and it's another hood, West Temple. I'm thinking it's somebody from over there, West Temple. And after a while, I started having to pick the puzzles together, pick the pieces together. The detectives even said the two names that one of the persons that did it and stuff. So they kind of knew. The police kind of knew, but the way he got off, he gave his shirt to somebody else because they had a camera and they locked up somebody else for it, thinking that he was there on the scene, but he was never there. And and I also got hit with a 380 bullet. So some 9 millimeters can hold 380 bullets. So they
So you got hit at multiple places on your body.
nah man, it was only one shot. It was only one shot to the eye, one shot to the face, and through the grace of God, I still got my brain cells, everything good. Only thing it did was take away my eyesight. That's the only thing it did, man.
So let's go back to the moment. Okay, so it was so basically for y'all to get to busting at each other like that, it was like real beef on site. Like when we
Yeah,
see y'all. So where did that come from? Where did that
yeah.
stem from?
So it was kind of inherited with my generation, cause it was some of my homeboys and my cousins and family members older than me. They been going through it with them. And mind you, my projects, Rovers Park, it's one of the oldest projects still standing in Tampa. So it was an old projects versus another group of projects, and it all kind of started from when they kind of got into it with some of my big homies and junk, and they thinking like one of my homeboys killed their homeboy. You know what's crazy? They homeboy killed their own homeboy in the club one day. They was in a shootout and they were shooting with my hood, with my big homies, and they were shooting at each other. And they homeboy shot their friend in the back of the head in the club, but they try to put it on us, on my hood, like we did it. And to be honest, we ran with it. We ran with it. We like F that nigga. We don't give a damn. Yeah, we did it. Whatever, whatever. Whatever come with it, we with it. But yeah, so it been going on before my generation. I was a little kid when that happened. So I went. So we kind of inherited through that. And it kept going on. Still to this day, it goes on. We still don't like each other, but they ain't our number one. It ain't like they the number one enemy to the neighborhood no more. It's like, because it's other people now that they getting into it with. So,
And for those that don't know, they may have missed it again. You from Tampa, Florida, right?
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Out of Tampa, Florida, man. Tampa Bay.
How was it growing up out there?
Man, it was fun, man. It was crazy. It was fun. It was wild, but just like a lot of other places, but after a while, it started becoming with the violence. But when I was younger, man, we was a lot of parties. We like a party city, so we had a lot of parties, a lot of just family gatherings. Like everybody used to fight back then. This hood go fight that hood. We fighting and fighting. That's what we used to do a lot back then. And you go to school, it's the same thing like a lot of other places. You get people go chew on you, talk about your clothes and stuff like that. You got to stand up for yourself, fight for yourself and stuff like that. So it was fun though, because it was a lot of more peace, a lot
Yeah.
more everybody together. And if we had a problem, we just fighting. We wasn't really nobody shooting each other, nothing like that.
So that's what I was about to say. At that point, um, when y'all seeing each other, it was in no room to say, "Hey, let's fight. Let's just
Yeah.
scrap."
Yeah. At that point, yeah. It was beyond fighting at that point. Yeah. It wasn't no more fighting, cause they shot some people from my hood. We shot some people from their hood. It was already blood kind of shed before that even happened. It was people already getting shot and stuff. So yeah.
Now, prior to that, have you bust your gun before?
Yeah. I had did it before. It been other situations where mainly it was more so self defense. Somebody pulling up on us, shooting at us, and we got to shoot back. So that's how it was, though. just trying to defend ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I think the people miss your age. How old were you when this happened?
yeah. I was 16 when this happened. So I was 16. I had just started at a new high school called Tampa Bay Tech, and it was like it was still what homecoming ain't even started yet. School started in the middle of August in my city, and it happened in October, the October 4th. So it was still a fresh year of school and stuff. So it changed my whole life though. I had to leave the school and go to a different school, a different high school.
While you was blind?
Yeah. So I was out of school from October to April. So
Mm.
almost the whole school year. I did a lot of homeschool. I learned Braille, reading the little dots. Had to learn how to use the cane. Had to learn how to do something. It's called sighted guide. So when a blind person holding another person by their elbow, they like sighted guide. I was doing math, reading still and everything, and yeah. So in April, I had started at a different high school, and it was more so like cause they want the it's called the Division of Blind Services in Florida. So they want to put me in the best situation where I could be successful, but also be safe. Like, you don't want no nothing bad happening and stuff. So
Yeah, because I was about to say, just because you lost your sight, the beef was still on. So did you
yeah,
ever have a altercation? Like what was your first altercation um where you was in your situation that you are in
yeah,
and it went like let's talk about the first
right,
situation.
right. Yeah, man. So yeah, man. Yeah, it was a situation at school actually. And it was actually one of the jits that's from the neighborhood that we were shooting at that same day. And it's crazy because so he was trying to fight with one of my little homeboys from my hood, and he my little partner, like, and my little partner wasn't really on that. He ain't really want to fight him or jump. It's the end of the day. So it's the end of the day. We finna go home. We gotta sit at the bus ramp. Everybody waiting on their bus or some people getting on their bus. And me and my people, I had a little section where I hang out with a couple of my homeboys and shit. So the dude came over there to my section on some shit like hey, what's up? You wanna go to the bathroom before we leave? Da da da. He trying to take him to go fall off in the bathroom and have a little one on one. So my homeboy like, nah, man, I can't miss my bus and all this. I'm like, man, mind you, like you say, this after I'm blind, so right. So mind you, I can't see him. So I'm like, man, this shit, it ain't going nowhere. So I'm telling buddy, like, man, bro, get your ass around, bro. Like, you don't fuck with us, we don't fuck with you, go on, move around somewhere. My homeboy don't want to fight. You ain't finna just sit here and make it seem like you finna bitch my homeboy, make him look soft. You feel me? Because that's kind of what it was looking like. You were making the dude look like he was scared. So I'm like, man, let me step in because I ain't know none of that. I don't go for none of that. I ain't no pussy. You ain't finna try me. And I'm telling him, like, bro, you a nice section. Like, I don't move around. Mind you, he trying to see if I can see or not. Because a lot
Yeah.
of people ain't know that I can't see, but I can move like I can see. So he trying to walk back and forth, like in front of me, kind of from the left to the right. So I'm tracking him every time. I hear his voice, and I'm tracking him wherever he walking at. Da da da. I run up, point McCain at him, but McCain folded up. It wasn't extended, the little stick that blind people walk with. So it was folded up. It wasn't all the way extended, but I pointed at his face like man, move around, like go on, move around here. Like, all right, here's like, then he tried to say something too. He like, man, Shannon, you know who my people is. I said, I don't give a damn who your people is. I tell him, your people know who I am, nigga. The fuck? So I'm telling him, like, bro, I don't give a damn about your people. Your people know who I am. Cause his people not from that hood though, but his people from another hood, and they cool people, but they ain't on that neither. They ain't like street shit. They just getting money. They cool people. But I'm like, bitch, they know who I am too. They know what the fuck how I get down. So as I tell him that, he like, all right, he kind of started respecting it, cause at the end of the day, I really want to foul on him. You feel me? I'm feeling like I feeling played, man. I'm feeling tried, cause he come in the eye section and he trying my little homie, and I don't go for that. Especially the like I said, it's my little homie, the dudes I grew up with, my partners I actually grew
You
up with.
you
We would have had
you
to
didn't
fight.
you didn't worry about him getting off on you that you couldn't
No,
see.
no, I wasn't worrying about it. No, he knew more better. He knew more. That's why he didn't do nothing. That's why he tried to de-escalate and like, oh, Shannon, you know who my people is. I don't give a damn. I don't care about none of that. He ain't really want to escalate it with me. He
What would
wanted
have been the consequence if he would have scooped you?
if we would have scooped me, we would have been out there fading, and then we would have had to take it outside of school. Cause I know his people, like he said, and I know where he be at. So we would have had to go. We would have had to go outside of school that same day. That same day, right when we get home,
Mm.
you better get locked and loaded, cause we coming. So,
Oh,
and
so you have people that was gonna ride for you.
oh yeah, yeah, definitely with situations like that, man. Yeah, definitely, most definitely.
So
Huh?
yeah, yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
Nah, cause I was saying I wasn't really on no aggressive type shit with him. You feel me? I ain't no aggressive one. Like I'm coming to look for him and beef with him. I'm more
Yeah,
on some like, bro, get the fuck from out my section. You know this where I post up at every day after school. Like you coming to us with this
yeah.
BS. So, but yeah, most definitely.
So what did was you ever in an altercation? Uh, was you ever in an altercation where it did get physical?
Physical.
Or
Nah, I ain't never getting an altercation when they got physical or nothing like that though. Nah, it ain't never get physical. I almost had to get physical with my cousin, one of my big cousins, cause he was trying me on some blind shit. We get out the car, we was hotboxing the car, and he act like he didn't want to walk with me back around on the porch. He
yeah,
kept playing or some shit. I don't know what he was playing, but I told his ass, bro, fuck you. I'm finna walk by myself. A lot of shit I learned in life is I gotta take care of myself. Some people underestimate you, or some people play with you like just because you can't see, they think you retarded, or I. Hey man, I had some of the craziest questions in high school too, man. They used to ask me like how I bathe myself. They used to ask me all kind of stuff. So how I feed myself. Yeah, I'm like, damn, bitch, it's the same. I'm the same me. Just that I can't see. I use a rag, soap, and water, just like you.
when
But
when you when you think back to that day, I know you would have probably did things different. So I don't want to say that,
yeah,
but if you can go back to that day, what would you have done different up until that moment?
yeah. So I feel like I said, I learned how to hold myself accountable, and that's one of the biggest things I had to learn. And me shooting my gun first was a big problem. Cause I shot that gun, and that what started the people with me to shoot their gun. Another thing is me trying to be smart and walk in the back of the crowd. Like I said, I'm trying not to get caught with the crowd, caught in the midst. Cause I know the police go jump out on us, and I ain't trying to run. I'm gonna be turn around and just walk off and act like nothing ain't happening. I ain't with them. That's another thing. But
Let me ask you something. Let me ask you something. You
yeah,
said this happened when you were 16.
yes sir, yes sir.
So when I was 16, like I said, I wasn't no street dude, but I was in the streets. And at 16, I'm trying to put myself because I probably would have been out there with y'all, but I didn't carry a gun. I carried a knife because we was in Flint, Michigan. Yeah, people had guns, but most of the time we throwing hands or I
Yeah,
kept a
yeah,
knife with me.
yeah.
So I can see how easily that happened. But let me ask you this: prior to that, you said you did bust your gun before. Did it ever come to your mind that damn, what if I hit somebody and they die?
Yeah, 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 yeah. I was, I mean, not to incriminate myself, but yeah, I was trying to hit somebody. That's what I was trying to do.
Well,
Cause,
yeah, I
cause,
know that. I know
cause you
that.
gotta think though. You gotta
Yeah.
think it's a life or death situation though. You feel me? So it's like when it go down, bro. I'm not thinking about trying to hit him in the leg or the arm. I'm thinking about eliminating him because he might try to eliminate me. So it's always like I'm gonna get you first before you get me, and that's how we was raised. And not to mention though, my brother died though. He got shot from a robbery.
Mm.
11 months before I got shot. So he got killed in 2013,
Oh,
and it was in November. I got shot 2014 in October. So I kind of knew what guns, and then I knew another person that died from another neighborhood. So I always knew that what guns can do, though. You know, I knew we playing a dangerous game, but one thing that we never thought about was, speaking for myself, I never thought about what if this shit happened to me? Like, what if
Yeah.
somebody shoot me and I die? Or what if I ain't never think we was kind of feeling like invincible, you know, big headed, like, hey, nigga ain't gonna touch us, we can't get shot, you know, and all this, we go shoot them before they shoot us. So I never really thought about that though. What if I get shot or stuff like that? So
You know, you say you 30?
27
Oh,
right now.
27?
Yes,
I
sir.
got 10 years on you.
Right, right.
Um, I'm just thinking, and it's crazy. I know what you, because I know people in the audience gonna be like, "Dang, he heartless, he ruthless. They just busting at each other. They don't care about killing." The thing about it, like I said, but when I was 16, I didn't have a gun, but some people in my crew did. So
Right.
when you in it, you in it. When
Yeah.
you look, when you somebody looking at it from the outside, you like, damn, that's
Right.
crazy. But this is
Right.
an everyday thing,
Right.
you know?
Right. And we don't think that is that bad, cause like you said, we be in it, so we know that is bad, but we don't see it from the bigger picture. On thinking like I'm hurting somebody, mom, somebody, you know, somebody dad got to be crying, you know, cause they lost their son, they got to bury this child, they don't got no money to bury the child, you know. We ain't thinking like, oh, I'm pitting my mom. You know, that's the. Let me tell you, man. The biggest thing that really affect me from this junk, bro, is my mom and my daddy. I swear to God, my mom and my dad. I put them through this shit, bro. They had to learn how to take care of blind kids. You feel me? They had to learn how to deal with the grief and understand. Cause my brother just died. My
Yeah,
mama middle child. You know, my mama got three boys. Me, my brother who died, and my oldest brother. He about your age. He like 9 years older than me. But yeah. So it's like when I heard my daddy in the hospital, boo boo crying on the floor and shit. Man, I ain't never see my pops cry. Feel
that
me?
broke you. I know
Uh,
that broke you.
yeah, so it's like, damn, man, my mom's scared for, you know, for me, and I'm feeling like I'm straight, but my mama had fear, like, you know, something they told me after I got shot. They say they kind of glad that now they know where I'm at, cause I used to be outside at like 12, 1 o'clock in the morning. They wouldn't know where the fuck I'm at. I come back home 1 in the morning, you know, and so that was something that kind of fucked me up. I'm like, damn, cause my people don't gotta suffer, and my mama don't want to see me like this. You know, my dad, they ain't never expect to have a blind child, and then they gotta learn how to raise a blind child, how to take care, you know. So it was like that what hurt me the most. I don't care about nothing else. I could deal with this blind shit. You know, I feel like I'm dealing with it. It ain't the best. I wouldn't wish it on nobody, but it ain't
Yeah.
the worst. You know, so
You know, I'm glad you spoke about that because and like I said, there's going to be youngins, teenagers that's going to listen to this and like, man, I do it differently. I do this or I do that or
yeah,
whatever. But they don't realize the consequences to, because we both were 16.
yeah,
And
yeah, yeah,
when we just do shit without thinking about the consequence, just like I got a homeboy right now that's doing natural life, same situation, but it was at a party. We
yeah.
leaving the party. Um, some dude come out the party talking about, man, these Flint niggas some hoes, man. These Flint niggas some hoes, or whatever. It's about 15 of us over here to the side. And my homeboy, you know, he just wasn't with it. He just
And
pulled out and got the banging. But the
right,
problem is,
and this was probably when you was like a teenager, probably, or
yeah,
younger.
teenager,
Right,
16.
right, right, right.
16. The problem is when he got the busing, no. He didn't hit dude. He didn't hit nobody on that side. There was
Oh,
a car on the next street, on the next block, that had a
wow.
baby in the back, a 3-year-old baby girl, and she got hit in the head.
Damn, damn, that's
It-
crazy.
it- yeah. And shit like that happens. It
Yeah,
happens. And
damn.
he turned himself in after a week and out of guilt. He didn't even have to turn
Yeah,
himself in, but he turned
yeah,
himself in out of guilt and they gave him natural life.
damn.
And I'm gonna tell you, um, he got fucked over in the first 5 years in prison.
Right,
Like
right.
he got did bad. I ain't gonna tell you. I ain't gonna tell everybody what happened, but
Yeah, 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 yeah.
you know, when we think back, because like I said, when I started doing social media and telling these prison stories and stuff, I don't think a lot of people know, but I used to work when I lived in Columbus, Ohio. I used
Yeah,
to work with delinquent juveniles, teenagers, and
oh,
I be like they be looking at me like, oh, Mr. Dante, man, you don't know, man, you ain't been out in these streets. I'm like, yo, just because I never killed nobody, just because I never sold drugs, that don't
right,
make me less than. You know,
right,
I did
right,
other things that I'm not gonna speak about, but
right.
I'm like, yo,
And
y'all just don't know, man. You don't want to bring that to you because think about it.
mhm.
Um, let's say let's say you killed somebody and now you locked up. I done seen this many times. You locked up. They can't get you, so they go get your sister, your brother,
Yeah,
your mama, your daddy.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
You
Right.
know, I be telling people like, yo, a lot of people be affected by these things. And it's something that you said that was real, real. That when I got locked up, this is what my mama told me. She said, I'm glad I know where you at. You know,
Right, right,
you in jail. I know you good. I'd rather for
right,
you to be in jail than me getting a call saying, well, you need to come down here to identify the body.
right. For real, for real, for real, for real, man. Cause, and we been young. I learned too. A lot of young folks is so selfish. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna just be honest. It's selfish, bro. You gotta think, man. I'm out here risking my life and thinking like, oh, if I go to jail, I'll be alright. It's me. You know, if I get shot, well, I'll be alright. Or if I kill this person, it'll be alright. You know, but you don't know that the other people you are affecting. Now your mom gotta raise up money and do a fish fry just to bury your ass, cause she barely got it. She got to put money on the books on the phone to talk to you when she stressing out work. Or you done took somebody else mama from them. I mean, somebody baby from somebody else mama, and they dealing with that grief and that pain, and and we just being so selfish. We don't know how our actions is really affecting other people that actually care and love you. I'm talking about real genuine love. Your grandma gotta live with this, or your people, your girl, your cousins, your siblings don't have a sibling no more, and they
Yeah.
live with that grief because you want to be selfish and oh, I'm this, I'm gang, and I'm that gang banging, and all right, and see how many of them niggas go be with you. See how many of them niggas go ride with you or ride for you when you dead in that casket. You
I
know.
know a guy. I know a guy. I'm not gonna say his name. Um, but there's a guy that I knew back in the day. He was just all around Flint. If something happened to me, the whole city gonna burn. Everybody gonna ride. This, that, all this. And most of the niggas didn't like him, and they didn't like him anyway.
Right,
And I
right.
used to, and I never wish nothing. You know, I never wish no type of pain or somebody to lose their life. But it's like one of them things when you out there putting yourself out there, it's somebody gonna answer that call,
Oh
and
yeah, yeah,
somebody did, and
yeah.
nobody, no, it wasn't no rest in peace, my nigga. It
Right,
was no
right,
retaliation or nothing. And I be like, yo, dudes be putting their faith in other guys, and it's like, yo,
right.
it, it's 2026 now. All the tough shit gotta stop. It
It
just
got
got to.
to. Right, yeah, most definitely.
Because the only thing, like you said, cats is selfish. Your mama got to deal with the grief, because she don't know what's going on, till you in prison. You hear about dudes getting turned out, beat to death, drug debts,
Yeah,
getting set up by the police. It's
yeah,
all type of stuff going on, and then on the street level, you don't know if they family got to crash out over there and be like, yo, since we can't get him, we finna get somebody else.
yeah. Right, right.
You
And
know?
then what it do is start a chain link. Now it keep going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Now your little cousin, who was 7 years old when you done did that and went to prison, he 14 now, 7 years later, he ready to go to war and go put his life at risk now at 14, 15, because he felt like his big cousin did it and they killed his brother. Man, it can't. It's a non-ending cycle. And another thing I learned too is this is how the system works. This is what they want us to do. They want us to kill each other, man. And we playing right along in their tricks. And guess what? Who getting money off of them prisoners in jail? Not no black people who paying for it. The taxpayers paying. All kind of. It's a loophole, man. It's a never ending system. And some people, we gotta take ourselves and really take a step out your shoes and see the bigger picture on like your life and what you're doing in life. How you contributing to other people, how you helping your family and to your society, and so it's because life is bigger than what we think.
Yeah. So y'all check this out, man. He got a YouTube channel that y'all need to check out, man. He dropping some crazy stories on his channel. I'm gonna leave the link to his channel pinned at the top of the comment section. So y'all make sure, I'm telling y'all, make sure, because y'all know I just don't promote anybody. Make sure y'all click on that link and subscribe to his channel and check out his content, man. Y'all think I tell some good stories? Hey, y'all getting it from straight from Tampa, Florida.
At the horse mouth, man, straight from the horse mouth, blood raw.
Yeah, so with that, man, hey, you got anything you want to shout out or
Yeah,
let
man.
people know?
Yeah. So yeah, I just want everybody, to love themselves, be who you want to be, and be true to yourself. You ain't gotta act like no gangster if you ain't no gangster, man. It's good to be a nerd. It's good to learn, go to college. That's how you last long. One thing I learned is about who lasts long in life. And in the streets, most people die before they 25, man. It's a
That's a
lot of
fact.
people dying
That's
before
a
they
fact.
25. And the ones who live after 25 in the streets, they probably crackheads, basers, it'd be just people homeless. So yeah, man. But yeah, it's Young Blind King 813 and Instagram at 400 chosen one underscore. And like I said, I'm gonna give it to you blood raw, whether you like it or not. I'm gonna tell you my opinion, how I feel, and my perspectives. But yeah, man, I love everybody though. Everybody gotta make sure they love themselves and take care of themselves before anything.
And y'all, I'm gonna have all his links pinned at the top of the comment section, so y'all check them out. And with that,
Yes,
y'all, we out.
we out.